And the fourth episode of Dragon Ball Daima was released. My friends, what a magical episode this was. For me, it's one of the best episodes of Dragon Ball, considering so much was revealed. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. The fusion in Dragon Ball Daima is confirmed. Could we see a Kid Gogeta? Or will he be able to break Shenlong's wish? Anything is possible here. Speaking of breaking wishes, don't break this one, please. Subscribe to the channel, show your support, leave a like, and hit that notification bell of joy, just like episode 4 of Daima. There are Easter eggs from the title, tons of fighting, Goku wanting to beat up the Tamagamis, and the Supreme Kai's look towards Glorio, which hints at many unsaid things. You want entertainment and information? Then you're in the right place. I was going to say, buckle up, but Glorio is robbed, right? The Namekian has a nice pun with ship, could it be? Using that hint, he created the original spheres. How sinister. Without further ado, shake hands and let's dive into today's video. Come with me. Welcome, everyone. I was going to start from the beginning of the episode, but let's leave that for later because I'm super excited about the confirmation of fusion in Dragon Ball Daima and want to make a video about it right away. Well, those who have watched already know why I'm talking about this, but for those who haven't, brace yourselves for a big spoiler. In this episode, we saw that there are several revived insects that are medicinal insects. They can heal burns, headaches, and many other things. There's also a sticky insect which, as the name suggests, sticks one person to another, similar to the Pod-era earrings of the Kai Lords. They can fuse two people for a short period, so it's more than confirmed that we will have fusion in Dragon Ball Daima, as Goku asks Glorio to buy some medicinal insects that act like Pod-era and senzu beans. Thinking further on this, we'll soon talk about the spheres. Stay until the end to understand this part that I'll mention. There are the origin spheres, which are the first according to Glorio, and with that said, could the concept of Pod-era come directly from the demon realm? Anything is possible, right? I want to know who you think will use the Pod-era insects and who will stick to whom. Comment your opinions below and make a wish. Who knows? Maybe Shenlong will hear you. In the case of the Makai realm, it could be Purunga, perhaps, who knows? Taking advantage of this segue about the spheres, let's put this topic on the table and talk about what we discovered in this episode about them. Well, I mentioned in a few videos before Daima's episodes that there might be 7 spheres, like the ones we know, but that there could be 7 worlds in the demon realm. But no, folks, there are only 3, as we know, and Glorio confirmed it now. There are only 3 spheres, and they are the originals, the first spheres. And as for Shenlong or Purunga, I can't say who will be summoned when they get all 3 because, as Glorio said, there was no information on whether anyone has used the spheres there, so we would know the name. Maybe it's something tied to the first or original, but look at the differences in the known names. Shenlong means divine dragon in Japanese, and we have Purunga, the dragon that emerges from the Dragon Balls of Namekusei. In Namekian, Purunga means god of dreams or the one who grants wishes. Maybe the one from the Makai realm is a demonic dragon, which in Japanese would be very similar to demon dragon. You could use the term Maryu in the same way. Both capture the idea of a dragon with demonic or malevolent traits or a nightmare dragon, which in Japanese you could express as Akumu no Ryo, maybe or maybe not. But they are protected by the 3 Tamagamis, and everyone in the demon realm knows their location. We can conclude that if no one has used them, they are definitely very powerful, and Neva too, for creating the original spheres and for them to protect them. Isn't the Piccolo race amazing? Well, one thing I noticed in this episode, which can be called chatty, is that we thought it would be the introduction of the little girl Pansy, and it was right exactly, or almost. The chatterbox this time was him, our Eternal Akira, who gave us an Easter egg that directly references Dragon Ball Z. You know when? Well, I watched Dragon Ball a long time ago and there were spoilers in the titles, and today was a lot like that, bringing things to light for us to engage even more with the anime. Not that it was needed, but the boost this episode gave is indescribable. And what's also indescribable was the exchange of looks between the Supreme Kai and Glorio, who used his tricks to convince Goku to fight. One thought came to my mind: they might be using Goku to get the spheres. He used the following words with a somewhat sinister look at Goku, as if it was already planned by him, from the theft of his ship to this direct talk with Goku now. Before I say the phrase, I have a question. Take 2 seconds, think, and answer for yourselves. The bravest ones out there will surely comment, right? But anyway, here's the question. What does Goku like to do the most? If you answered fighting, you were right, and even more if it's against someone very strong. They are incredibly strong. With a strange look, Glorio says this to Goku, knowing how to choose the right words to get his interest. This Glorio is very suspicious, huh? And an excited Goku offers to defeat the Tamagamis, even more excited by Glorio saying those things. And then there's that strange atmosphere between the Supreme Kai and Glorio, but it just stays there, and he ends up agreeing. But he knows where he is, right? In the demon realm. So all caution is more than little. That's a fact. But Goku is very naive. Now everything about him matches. The innocence and the child's body. And at the same time, he's questioned by the Supreme Kai about not being in shape. He demonstrates mastery in sensing ki and dodging enemies, which surprises Glorio. The guy who defeated a one-eyed dragon there with total mastery doesn't know what ki is, so we link this to the division of worlds. He lives in the third demon world and might not have access to these trainings, whereas in the second and first, they might since the Namex came from the demon world and know how to read ki. The Namekians have a natural ability to sense and read ki. This ability is part of their culture and training from a young age. Characters like Piccolo and Dend are examples that show this ability prominently in the series. The Namekians use this ability both in combat and for healing and meditation, which shows the depth of their connection to ki. So it might be that only some of the elite can do it, just like kings. Speaking of kings, the theory that the king of the third world is Sidra went down the drain, but his race might indeed have a connection to the Makai realm because of the man who helped Goku. So he might be from the same race, which raises some questions about some gods coming from there. It makes total sense, some being original from there. But wait, I had already written this before, this part about the king. I decided to leave it even after analyzing the next episode shown at the end, a small part of it, and there it is, Sidra or his brother or father. He's going to be something, and this race is still going to give Goku a lot of trouble because it didn't seem like he was the king there, or maybe he is. But it looks like Goma is talking to him, and Goma caused trouble again, huh? What a mess. He's using the gendarmerie, which is the military police of the demon realm, and made them collect taxes in a city. And it's already spread that Goma became the supreme king of the Makai world, so he wants to increase the collection, raising it to 3 gold coins per person. I'm not sure how many it was before. It might have been 1 coin, but whoever doesn't pay loses 3 years of life per coin, so 9 years if nothing is paid, and so on. They have a kind of collar resembling Broly's, shown in the movie, what his father used on him, but much more sophisticated and can pull demons from the Makai realm with his staff. And there's a sinister machine that sucks the life expectancy, something very reminiscent of Big Mom from One Piece. It could be a clear reference, as Oda and Akira were good friends. And then, the masked savior appears, trying to help the people with a bomb that fails, and is pursued but was soon caught. And when we think it's over, there he is, demonstrating his power and couldn't leave Pansy alone. Then Goku helps him right away, and with his staff, he faces the military police with a lot of action and fluidity in the fight. This move in the air was genius, so Goku could use his martial techniques and explore them even more, emphasizing them. This is pretty cool. So, in the most Jedi-like style, Goku starts deflecting the police's shots with his staff, and that's how the episode ends, with him removing the mask, and it's her. Everyone is surprised, and just as she was going to say something more, poof, the episode ends. Unfortunately, folks. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. That's all for today. Thank you very much for being here, and until next time.